Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today what we're going to do is we're going to use the equation that I kind of did a how to use in a previous video. And we will use that equation to determine how much a dollar can be worth in various decades. So that's if you put a dollar in now and you didn't touch it, you didn't add to it, you just let it be as if you forgot about the account. So it'll be in an investment account, a brokerage, 401k, IRA, like retirement, any kind of investment, like index investing kind of thing, where it just follows the stock market up. So that whole kind of equation is based off this, which I talked about in a previous video. You can go search that below, but so we'll just get started right now. So $1 invested today, in 10 years, that dollar will be $1.97, according to 7% rate of return. That's like an average conservative value that we use for the stock market. So $1 turns to $1.97 in 10 years. That's essentially doubling. So you can use that for any kind of number that you put in right now. So if it was $500, it would be about $1,000 that you're going to see at the end of 10 years. If you put in $10,000, it's going to be around $20,000 in 10 years. So that's kind of how you can look at it. So in 20 years, that $1 would be $3.87. So essentially it quadrupled from when you put it in 30 years, $7.61. In 40 years, $14.97. So that's almost 15 times what you put in. So if you put in $1,000 in 40 years, it's going to be $15,000. So you can kind of see how time is just compounding the growth of that dollar to make it larger the more time you wait. If we go 50 years, that's $29.46. So that's about 30 times what you put in. So if you put in $1, then in 50 years, $29.46. 60 years, that $1 turned into almost $58, $57.95. So that's almost 58 times what you put in 60 years ago. So if you put in $1,000 now, then in 60 years, that $1,000 is now $58,000. So you can see that time is on your side. You want to invest as early as you possibly can. Ideally in tax advantage accounts like 401ks, IRAs, and to get that snowball rolling. So if you have the amount that you put in, and then the more time it has to grow, the more compound interest is going to work. So it's kind of like a graph. So when you put in, and this is time on the x-axis, so as time goes on, it's gaining more traction and kind of goes up like that. It's kind of like an exponential. So if you wait more time, it's going to be gaining traction and you're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger with the less time. So that's kind of how compound interest works. It works where you get interest on the amount that you put in. It's going to gain little by little. And the little and little that it gains, after the end of like 1 year, you're going to have what you initially put in plus a little that it gained. And then the beginning of that next year, you're not starting with just what you put in anymore. You're now starting that year with what you put in and what it gained. So now you have this entire value to work on and for it to grow on. So the interest is no longer just on what you put in, it's now on the entire thing. So you want to make sure that when you put something into the stock market, as much as you can avoid it, do not pull out of the stock market so that you can let it keep growing on itself and kind of exponentially kind of taking off. So 401ks, any kind of retirement, I would personally not pull out of those kind of investment vehicles, because you want time. You want it. It's meant for when you actually retire down the road, that you want to give it time to grow and compound on itself. So if you liked the video today, check out my other videos, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you around. Bye.